Hello, 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 and welcome to the Silky Stories podcast. I am your host, Chanel Angelique. I'm here to seduce you with silky, sexy, sensual, steamy stories, all in the name of sexual positivity and freedom, plus give my opinions and observations on all things sex, creating a safe space to let your freak flag fly. How are my silkies doing today? Is everybody letting their freak flags fly? Is the wind blowing? Sorry, okay. So I'm really excited to start today's show. I'm sitting with someone who is now my new bestie. Her name is Charlene.
Hi.
And hey, Charlene.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Just living life, letting my freak flag fly, as you say.
Yes. Oh, I want to hear about that. Okay. If we're going to start talking about it. Okay. So the first thing I would love, because we're all getting to know you.
Yes.
Just where you're from and what you do.
So I'm from the Bronx. I've been in the Bronx for about 22 years now. Originally was from the Heights, but now I live there. Been there my whole life. And I'm an actress. I also do a little bit of writing here and there, just little skits and stuff. I do some other podcasts as well. So, I have my fun and everything.
Shout them out.
Well, I'm in the Keep Up podcast. I know you had one of my friends there, Vincent.
Hey,
Hi, Vince. How you doing? Miss you. Also in a podcast that's just mainly towards that community in Dykeman called the Dykeman Podcast. So shout out to them. Shout out to Freddie, Kevin. How you guys doing? So I just usually have my foot in every little aspect when it comes to the industry.
Okay, well, I love that. I'm definitely gonna get to know more about that because I do my thing with my films. I make my movies and I do my things that we could talk about.
I love it.
Now, today at hand, I have a little erotic poem for you. It's actually a kind of comedic erotic poem, so it's kind of cute.
I love it.
It's a little funny.
Anything with comedy, that's me. I'm in there.
Oh, okay. Good to know. It is from this book that I've had for about 30 years. I've read from it before on the show. And the title of the poem is My All Day Sucker by M.J. Morgan. And it goes a little something like this. I loved my all-day sucker. He was my best fucker. He could suck, lick, and fuck until day's end. You took my all-day sucker, and I thought you were my friend. Just because I told you he bathed me in oils and loved my every curve, didn't mean you should try it. You've got some nerve. All I've ever dreamed of was a man that could lick my luscious body till it overflowed. Seems like you couldn't stand it. I saw how you glowed. I loved my all-day sucker, like a baby loves the nipple. Never thought I'd lose him. How could I be so simple? No, I've learned my lesson. Next time I get an all-day sucker, I ain't gonna tell no motherfucker.
I know that's right. I know that's right, girl.
So that leads me to, when it comes to you getting down with the get down, doing your thing, getting your sex on, are you the type of person that shares with friends what happens? Are you the detail type person?
Honestly, it depends really who I'm talking to. Sometimes, I like to share the little details, what happened. But there's other times where I like to keep it to myself because, I don't know how the other person's going to react or maybe it might be too much for them. So for me, it's 50-50.
Okay.
If it's, if it's my cousin who's my sister, I usually tell her what happens, but I usually keep the very, very discreet details to myself because you gotta have some mystery, right?
Exactly. I should have asked you this before this, but anyway, what drew you to this podcast?
I just love the fact that with this podcast, it's just so open to sexuality, and you know, you're free to kind of express yourself when it comes to eroticism or your sexuality. So that's what really drew me to this podcast. I also like the fact that, you know, each podcast you have, you know, a little poem that you share about, you know, whatever the case may be. And it's very intimate. And that, you know, that's something that I really love. So that's the reason why I'm here today.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for being a Silky. You don't know you're a Silky. You're one of my Silkies.
Yes.
So I appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so you're into acting.
Yes.
You do your thing. Are you also a writer?
Yes.
Okay. So do you write any erotica?
No, I really don't. Just mainly because I wouldn't know how to really, you know, get that off the ground, honestly. I'm more of like just like a short film or, you know, skit writer. That's just been my forte. I've read eroticism before, but, you know, like those Zane books and stuff like that. But, you know, I never really like dipped my foot into the water, you know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, well, I feel some potential with you. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like a creative person into erotica, also a writer, there could be something birthed from that. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just, you know.
Look, I'm open to suggestions. You know, I'm very open when it comes to collaborating too. So, you know, if you ever call me on to, you know, write something, I'm down.
Nice.
I'm so down.
Y'all heard her.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case I have to rewind the tape and play it for you again.
We got the receipts here, okay?
Cool. So I'm sure that you enjoy good sex.
Oh, definitely. Who doesn't?
I don't know who does it, but I'm sure that you do. What is the wildest or the craziest or even the funniest thing that has been said to you during sex?
The wildest thing that's been said to me. Oh man. I have to like I really have to like really process it.
Because she out there turning them out. She can't even remember all the things that was said. So
oh, okay. Well, I was seeing this guy briefly. It was just like, you know, a little fling. That I know like through a mutual friend. He was bisexual. So I remember in the midst of it, I was on top and I was writing him, and all of a sudden he wanted me to show him videos of like myself, you know, myself in the act with a dude. And he was like, but I want to see the guy's dick. I want to see this. I want to see the guy. Like, basically he wanted to see the guy more than he wanted to see me. And I'm just like, but you're having sex with me though. So it kind of threw me off because I've never experienced anything like that. It was new for me. And I was like, okay, whatever you're into. So, you know, as soon as I showed him, he started going crazy. I'm just like, am I the right person to be doing this? I don't know. It was wild. I was just like, okay, this is different.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds different. Okay. Glad you got up out of that one.
Yeah.
So do you only date men?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Got a hetero in the building. Yeah. Give it to it. Okay. So, sexually, if you had a warning label, what would it say?
Ooh. Damn. I think my warning label would be, oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God. I thought I'd be prepared for this, but okay. Maybe something along the lines of, something like caution, slippery when wet.
Ow.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to believe me, but slippery when wet was definitely one of the things I came up with too.
Yeah.
I was like, that's one of them.
That's good. That's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So, did you grow up in a family where people were like open talking about sex? Did you feel like you could go to your people and ask questions?
So I'm Dominican, half Puerto Rican. So, you know, a lot of the morals there is, I wouldn't say strict, but, you know, we weren't open to that as, you know, as like other people are. I would say like more towards my teen years, I started to confide in my mom a little bit more. Just because, you know, I was living with her, you know, when I moved out, when my parents divorced. So I feel like I was a little bit more leaning towards her when it came to that, but I didn't really confide in her too much just because, you know, I would think, you know, like in the household I grew up in, you know, it's not that she was very strict. It was more just, you know, there was certain boundaries. So you know, I made it a thing where I didn't want to cross those boundaries with her because at the end of the day, you know, she's still my mother. And, you know, even though I look at her as also my best friend, but there was some lines I didn't want to cross just because, you know, my grandmother on my mother's side, she's very religious. So it just, you know, it was just always in my head that I can confide in her, but not too much when it came to, you know, sexuality and, you know, my preferences and stuff like that. But as I got older, you know, I tend to confide in her a little bit more. So, you know, I'm a little bit more open when it comes to that. But there's still that boundary that I just want to just, you know, keep it like secured. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was there any outlet for you? Anyone that you can go to and talk to when you were younger about anything?
Well, I would say my best friend from high school. Like I would always, you know, talk to her with certain things, especially when it came to my dating life, because she was always the one that had an open ear, and I would always tell her like, "Yo, this guy, he's fucking weird," or "This guy is this guy is that." So she was literally in my diary. So I would, you know, usually come to her when it came to stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good that you definitely had someone to confide in and shoot things off from and like, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah, right.
How did that work out for you?
And I love her to death because she's so blunt. She would tell me like, "Nah, girl, you can't do that." I was like, "Maybe, but like, chill, just chill."
You need those around you.
No, yeah, of course.
Absolutely. If there was just one, I'm not even going to say position, but sexual act that you had to do for the rest of your life, just one, what would it be?
Like an act that I would do, or can it be
Or
done to me?
you.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
it works either way.
Okay. I would say maybe just eating my box. Like, I don't know. I'm the
Is that
type.
your fave?
That's definitely my fave because I don't know if any other ladies can relate, but I'm the type of woman that like I can't really come when it comes to penetration. I don't know.
Oh,
I've
okay.
always been that way. I just don't know like what it is, or you know, if they're not even, if are they hitting the spot or not. But usually when it comes to that, like that, I'm good to go for that. I always usually come, you know, if they are doing it right. Okay. So I think that would be the one act that I will stick with for the rest of my life.
Okay. I mean, that works for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it could go both ways, you know. I can also give, not just receive. So
Let
put
y'all
in-
know she ain't selfish.
Right,
I'm putting that out there. Equal opportunity over here.
hello.
Oh my gosh. All right, great. So you're into the oral pleasures.
Yes.
That works.
Yes.
Okay. So if there was one thing, that's what it would be. You would work it out. You would figure it out. But see, then I just cut off my next question. It's okay, Chanel. You're doing great today. You're doing great
You
today,
are doing
Chanel.
amazing,
All
Chanel.
right?
Don't even fret. You are doing amazing.
I don't usually feel all flustered and stuff. I probably need a drink. It's all right. It's okay. Do you drink?
Yeah, I drink. I
Oh,
drink
okay.
here and there.
I'm only like a social drinker.
Same.
Because I used to be an alcoholic. That's a whole nother show. It's a whole nother. Speaking of which, are you into drunk sex?
I definitely am.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
definitely.
I definitely am. I would say I could take it for a good 5 minutes, maybe 10, 15, until my stomach starts to turn, and I'm like, okay. It depends on the level of drugness, you
Okay,
know?
yes.
Because if it's like, I'm just wasted, then it's going to be 2 minutes and I'm done, kaput.
Yeah.
But, if it's like, you're feeling nice, maybe like you had 2 glasses of wine, then, oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I used to anticipate such things, like when I had a significant other, and I would go out and I would come back home, and I would just kind of I had like this little layout kind of pose that he knew.
He knew what time it was. Okay. I love it. I love it. I think we all need that. I think we all need that initiation pose. Like, oh, it's go time? Okay. Let's go.
So you know what's up. No confusion. Okay. Everyone is clear on the same page about what's about to go down.
Exactly.
All right. So we're going to get into a little would you rather.
Ooh, okay.
Because I want to know what you'd rather do. Oh, we jumping right into it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Lay it on me.
Okay. Would you rather your face be peed on or anywhere else on your body be pooped on?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, damn. That's, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might have to take, getting peed on my face. Because I cannot deal with poop. That's just like, there's another level.
You, that's my line.
Right. That's definitely the line. Like the pee, it depends. Like if they're, they're healthy enough, they drink enough water, then, it might not be so bad. But with poop, is just like, yeah, that's just straight up excrement. That's waste. So
yeah, don't belong nowhere near me.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Would you rather peg someone or be pegged?
Maybe I'd rather be pegged.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Too, like, she gonna give an explanation or? It's all right. We don't need one. We good. We good. We good.
Just leave it at that.
All right. Good. So, spanked with a paddle or gagged with a ball. Okay.
That's easy. I'd rather get spanked with a paddle.
Okay.
I've done it before.
Okay.
I love it. I don't know.
She recommends it.
Yeah. It's fun. That's like my kind of punishment, if you could say. So I would take the spanking all day.
So do you own like paddles and whips and stuff?
No, but I dated someone for about a year where, we like made it a day where we went to Romantic Depot and, we got these different little things to have fun with. And I was like, let's get a paddle. Like, I feel like I've never tried it before. So I'm like, let's get a paddle. Like, I feel like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And, sure enough, it was amazing. So shout out to Romantic Depot for that.
So you get into toys?
Yeah. I get into toys. I like using them. Especially with a partner. I feel like, it's a great way to spice up the relationship. It's fun, there's, different kinds that you could use just depending on your preference. So I'm all about using toys.
Nice. My feelings, like, I don't know if I'm going back and forth, but they're kind of maybe evolving a little bit in terms of toys. Like, there was a point where I couldn't do any type of vibrator because it was just too much for me.
Oh my God, I was the same. Yes. Like, I have to try it out just to see, like, make sure, like, like, I'll just, like, have it on my hand, like, okay, is this too much? Because when it comes to the vibration, like, too much is just too much, like, it starts to not feel painful, but it just gets uncomfortable. So I get it. I totally get it on that.
But I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
Let me put it like that. But, you know,
It's always good to explore some options, you know?
gotta be careful in these
Right, right. You don't want to sprain anything, you know?
All right. Random would you rather? For the rest of your life, you can only either have sex on a table or in the shower. Which one do you choose?
On the table. On the table, because I don't know about you, but shower sex is just, I don't know. Shower sex, like,
To me, it's not that sexy.
it's just, it's awkward. Like, you're gonna have to put one foot on the bathtub. Like, you know, it depends on like the size of, because like my shower is not that big. So like trying to even start off is just like, how is the water making my shit so dry? Like, I don't get it. Like, we gotta like start using spit, and it's
Right.
just it gets it's too awkward for me. Like, at least with table sex, it's like, okay, you know, you can bend over, or you know, you can lay on the table. Like,
Exactly.
said and done, good to go.
Exactly. I pretty much agree. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm just really not into shower sex.
Yeah.
I have a thing. I need to hold on. It's slippery. There's
Yeah.
just I'm really
Yo,
concerned about my back and my knees and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like, God forbid, you know, there's soap use, and, you know, you fucking slip, and, you know, that's it. It's over. You're gonna have to just spend the day in the hospital, not even, you know, having fun.
Girl. But anyway, I think I know the answer to this question, so I'm gonna rephrase it a little bit.
Okay.
Not can you last in a relationship where they aren't giving you oral sex, but what if you got into a relationship where he didn't want any? Could you deal with that?
That he didn't want any oral
Yeah.
sex. I mean, I could deal with that. You know, I love doing the act, so it'll be a little bit awkward at 1st, but, you know, to each his own. Everyone has their own preference of what turns them on, you know, what gets them off. So I feel like I can deal with it, you know, as long as I'm happy in the relationship. So that's, you know, sex is, you know, an important part, of course, but, you know, there's other, you know, other ways of being intimate without, you know, all that other extra stuff. So I feel like I can deal with it.
I feel like that is a beautiful, mature answer. That is not the answer that I'm gonna give. You don't want no head. What the hell you mean you don't want no head? What I'm supposed to do with all this talent and willingness?
Yeah. You know, I like that answer too, because, you know, like, what man don't want head? Like, it's very rare too. So
Yeah.
it's just like, are you okay? Like, it must have been a very traumatic experience. I'm like, look, let's sit down, let's talk about it, because something traumatic must have happened for you not to want head. Come on.
Yeah, precisely. Stressing me out. So, what would you say is one of the most important elements of good sex?
Of course, you know, intimacy is a big thing. I'm all about like connecting the 5 senses. So like, you know, taste, touch, smell. Like, smell is very important, of course. You know, you don't want to have sex with somebody that smells musty. Come on. Like, that's, you know, touch, of course. A lot of, you know, since, you know, sensual touching is always good. You know, like, just playing with the 5 senses. I think that's like a big thing for me, just because, you know, you're in tune with, you know, everything, not just the body. It's,
Yeah.
you know, mental, of course.
Yeah.
So I feel that's a big part of it.
All right, cool. I feel all of that, by the way. We discussed you being into men.
Yes.
Have you ever been into women?
Mm,
She's like, not so much.
not really. I mean, I appreciate women's beauty. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not rigid like that, you know. Like, I've kissed a girl before. Like, that's like the farthest I've gone, but I wouldn't really go to bed with her just because, you know, I have more preference in men. But, you know, sometimes if you want to spice up the relationship, you know, some guys will bring up, oh, you know, we can have a threesome. And it's like,
Right.
yeah. So, like, I will consider it because I'm open-minded, but it's like maybe like a 1 or 2 time thing.
Okay.
But, you know, I wouldn't say like I'll be openly out there, you know, having sex with women just because, you know, I like men.
Right. That, you definitely answered my next question about the threesome.
Yeah.
How open are you to, okay, could you have a partner who it was like for him mandatory that he needed a threesome like every year?
Like I said, I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
I can try it, but you know, at some point, if it's like something is like, okay, that's like my deal breaker, it's like, okay, you might not be the guy for me, but you know, I'm open, you know, because like I said, it depends who you're with. Like if I'm happy in the relationship and you know things are going really well, then and if that's one of his terms, then you know I can try it, but I wouldn't see myself like you know doing it so often. I mean, once a year is fine. But if it's like, oh, like, you know, once a month, you know, we got to have a threesome. It's like, okay, hold on, dude. Like, I think you're looking for something else rather than, you know, than what I'm looking for, you know?
So, when it comes to, what about you? Have you ever fantasized about two guys and yourself?
Yeah, the thought has crossed my mind from time to time, you know. Like I'm willing to try it, see how it is. I almost came into a situation where it happened, but it was just like it didn't work out, and I'm just like, okay,
Okay, everything happened for a reason.
right, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is a sign. So
Right. Okay, cool. I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about how it could have almost happened and what could have not. What I was trying to think of your story, trying to put it together in my head. Like, okay.
I mean, it's like I can like briefly go through it. You know, it was the same guy that wanted me, the bisexual guy.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, fine. You know, I'm willing to try it. You know, he called a friend. He showed me a picture. You know how he looked. I'm like, okay, great. Let's set it up.
Yeah.
And you know, by the time he came over, you know, asked, okay, do you have a condom? He's like, oh, no. And I'm like, well, I don't know. We're not going to do it like this because I need you to wear a condom. He's like, okay, let me go look for one. And then he never came back. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Now I see what happened here.
Right. Okay.
Just say you wasn't ready, boo. Just say that. Just say that.
Now, I'm not going to get all up in your business. You ain't got to tell me all the intimate details. But me personally, I've been having sex for 25 years now.
Okay.
And all the time you've been having sex, is there anything that you haven't done that it's like, before I die, I got to do that? Or something that was done, but you need a do-over because it wasn't done to your satisfaction? Don't hurt nobody's feelings today.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to try not to. I mean, I think one of them was like I literally just like maybe the threesome thing.
Okay.
Like I think that would be one thing I would try before I die. I don't know. I mean, I think that would be the one thing just because it didn't go so well the first time. So I'm just like, let's give that a do over because you only live once, and you know, I want to explore my other options, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yes, I think I do know what you mean. Okay, get some snaps for
Yes.
you. All right. Oh my gosh, time is moving fast. We're almost done, and I feel like we're just scraping the surface. So
I know.
let me find some quick little tidbits to throw at you before you go. All right, so I'm gonna say a word, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right. Waterfalls.
Pussy.
Ow, me too. I done messed up the whole game. I'm just like,
That's it. It's done.
I was supposed to stay in character. Yeah.
Right.
You sure did. No, okay. All right, so that was good. Blindfolds.
Sexual.
Pecan pie.
Creamy.
Christmas.
Snow.
Valentine's Day.
Love.
Love.
Oh yeah, it was getting a little. I didn't know if you wanted it to be sexual, but that was like the
no,
first
love is
thing that
great.
popped to my head.
Now, when you say love, what comes to your head?
Intimacy. That was like the first thing.
Mm.
Love, intimacy, just best friend, partner.
Hmm.
So like, those are like the very mild. Those are the mild answers.
She trying to hold back.
Right?
That's not gonna work here.
Right? After all that I was saying, like,
Nah.
now I want to hold back.
Nah, it's okay. Final word. Well, words. What do you think of when you hear the words sexual freedom?
I think playful, exploration, exploration of the body and the soul. I think toys for some reason.
Nice.
Different energies merging. It's a lot thrown in there.
A lot. I
Yeah.
love it. All good stuff, though.
Yeah.
All good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlene, you have been a delight. It's been so
Thank
good
you.
meeting you.
You too.
All right,
I
we have
loved
places
it.
to go. We need to hit the club. We need to hit the
Right.
grocery store.
Right.
We need to hit the laundromat together.
I
Like,
know.
we have a life to live now.
Yes. Yes, we do.
No, but seriously, you've been great, and I hope that you can come back. Actually,
Yeah, of
And we can talk
course.
more shit. We can play more games. I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm gonna
I love
actually
that.
have my shit together the next time you come. It's gonna be seamless.
No,
It's
you
gonna
did.
be-
You did great.
It's gonna
You-
be like this.
You did amazing. I loved it. I love being a part of this, and I am so looking forward to coming back.
Yes, that's love. I love to hear that. Thank you so much. And thank all of you for listening again this week. If you have any questions for me or Charlene, please get into my DMs at Silky Story Podcast, or you can reach me directly at Chanel_Angelique_. Tell me what you thought of the poem. Tell me what you think about sex in general. Tell me what you about to add for breakfast. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just reach out to me and let me know what you're thinking about me. Okay? Again, thank you, Charlene.
Of course.
And until next time, please continue to let your freak flags fly, my silkies. Kisses. Bye-bye.